Hey there, Evil Aidan here with another video. Before I continue, like, subscribe. You're gonna love this one. This is a doozy. Turn on your notifications so whenever any videos are posted, you're gonna be able to get notified and look at it. Alright? Of course, send me your questions, your thoughts. I'd love to be of any assistance I can be to you and your projects. And remember, in everything, try and work safely as possible. All right, so let's get right into it, and I hope you enjoy this video. So what we have here is a roof that is in terrible condition. There was some patchwork that was done. As you can see, the new sheetings that is separated from the old ones. It's really needed. As you can see, there's a lot of rust and leaks below. A lot of patchwork over the years have been done that has come to the end of its days. So the roof needs to change, and that's what we're gonna take on today. It's a big roof. So this side here is a little better. It's in better condition than the other side. At the front there is terrible. The ridging is terrible as well, but it's doable. It's probably going to take about a week, I suspect. The thing about this is that there is a drywall or gypsum ceiling that is suspended from this, and that is what will pose a little technical difficulty. But I don't think there's anything that I won't be able to handle. So I'm going to try and complete this. You're going to come along with me on the journey. You're going to come along with me on the adventure, and I hope we enjoy it together. The first thing I'm going to do, the existing wall is about 2.5 feet from the edge of the roof here. So the existing wall is somewhere about 30 inches in. So right about in this area here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a hole. I'm going to cut a huge hole so that I can access the wall. That wall is going to be broken, cut, and I'm going to place an upright here, which is going to be the height of the origin, whatever height I decide it's going to be. I'm not sure yet. I want to give the roof a little more lift at the center, right? So I'm actually going to frame the top of the roof. I'm going to frame the new roof first before I remove this. You can see the kind of weather we've been having. It's touch and go. So I'm going to put the new frame on top of this first, and then when I begin to sheet, as I remove the old sheets, I begin to put the new sheets on top. That would eliminate a whole lot of issues with water if rain should fall and all that kind of stuff. So one area, one hole is going to go somewhere in this vicinity right here. And it's going to go across here. We're going to be able to access that and put some cement and put it upright to get a little more pitch on the roof. The same thing is going to happen down in the corner, in the four corners of the house, and that is where the frame is going to start. Right, so I'm going to work on that, and you're going to be able to see how it's done. This is part of the materials we're going to be using. H-beams or I-beams, as they're commonly referred to. 4-inch by 2-inch, 4-inch width, height, sorry, by 2-inch width. We're going to be using plain 1/2-inch steel. I chose not to use the corrugated steel. This is a little softer, a little more flexible, and it's going to go for a ring beam that we're going to install. And these are the Z purlins that we're going to be using. They're all 20 feet in length. So we're going to be moving them along to start the process of, I'm going to have to join these to make 29 feet. And so I'm going to start that process. Put some all right. Hey, you have it? Go. And that's how it's done. What we already have two at 29 feet. This is for one side of the house that is much longer, and then the other side is just 18 or 19 feet long. So we're working on the 5 beams right now, fabricating the 5 beams that are 29 feet long, and once that is done, we're gonna have them put some oxide, some red oxide paint, just to preserve it a little longer, and we're going to continue the process. Work is being done. Once the beams are done, we apply a so-called anti-rust coating, industrial coating, just to preserve it a little more with moisture and everything up in the when it's up in the ceiling up there. So there's usually 3 colors. It's sort of a, what do you call it, gray, there is oxide red, and this ridiculous color here, yellow or whatever color is this. Yeah, all of them going to be done. So far we have done 4. There's another one over there. I'm going to bring that over here, and yeah, the work continues. The weather is changing a little bit, but we still got to do what we have to do. That's my man. So one side of the framing is done. I fabricated 6 lengths at 28 feet plus. These are what we refer to as crabs. Each purlin is going to line up behind this once it goes up on the roof. I'm hoping that everything is square. My house is 40 years old, so usually you get square houses back then, so it should be okay. But this is 6 pieces for the long side of the house, the wider side of the house, and then we're gonna have to do tomorrow 6 more pieces for the opposite side. So yeah, that's a full day's work, and the weather held up well. It's kind of overcast, but it held up well. I was able to burn some rods. Yeah. So we're good. Day 2, and as usual, I forgot to start filming. You all might notice that I'm a one-person guy. I have moved mountains by myself, my wife and I, and if necessary, I have a crew that I can call on, or one persons. So what I did was I unscrewed the ridging, the top of the ridging, exposed the seam where the galvanized sheeting joins or meets, converges. And what I want to get to, actually move this one off. So what I want to get to is this here. This is very, very important. This wall here. Don't know if you can see it, but this right here under this, oh boy, see if I can get this sheet arm. Right, this plate here is the center of the house. So what I'm going to have to do is cut this off with a sawzall. Cut here off. I want to expose the concrete, so I can break a piece of the concrete out, put in the first support for the H-beams, encase it in cement, and then I'll be able to get a line all the way down to the front. Do the same thing at the front, get a level between these 2 points, and that would be the new ridge of the roof. So it's just going to be about maybe 46 inches higher than the original one, but that's where it's at there. I'm going to cut this off, a sawzall, cut off here. All of this ceiling here, this is the under ceiling, is going to be removed, and we're going to use metal. So, but I'm just trying to preserve as much of it as possible until the time when we need to remove it. Yeah. So that's where I'm at now. I'm going to get some connection up here and see if I can get that going. Beautiful weather today, and I'm still good looking despite the weather, and still hard working despite the weather. Always remember to work safe, to work carefully, and to cover all points as much as possible so that you don't run into issues later on. All right. So I'm going to reduce this space just to fit a piece of I-beam, and so I can pour some concrete, and it's going to be sticking out on top of the roof. Keeping in mind, that's a drywall gypsum right there, so I have to be careful where I step as well. But I'm going to get through it. I got my other 6 pieces. I'm going to actually do up the crabs later on today. I'm focusing on the roof right now, trying to get an opening to put some uprights, some support at the ridging, at the eave. So that's what I'm working on. I exposed the inner happenings of this roof. It seems like there was an existing roof here before, by the ridges that I see right here. There was some sort of wooden plate here. What complicates this issue is that piece of glass at the front. I'm up on the roof, so you can see the car down there. So the ridging, this ridging goes out there, but I would have to remove all of the glass in order to get steel support for the rafters, the H-beams. I wish I could remove the glass like blocks, like bricks, but I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to support this plate here. I'm going to support this plate, remove this plate completely, and then I'm going to build some cement forming here and put my piece of H-beam in that, pour concrete so that it holds on there. That will be sticking out about probably 2 inches above the roof. That's going to the new beams are going to connect from that all the way down one end and as well to the other end down there as well. So this is going to be a lift, this is going to be a ridging. I already got one in at the top up there. The rain started falling a little bit, that's why I couldn't. I had to suspend the filming. But I can't always film because I just have work to do. But I'd get it done as soon as possible, and you'll see as much as I can film for you. But this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cut here. I'm going to support it first. Same thing along this one here. Same thing along this one on the inside. That's the gypsum ceiling right there. Gypsum ceiling right there. So I only have this little gap to work with right here. And once that is supported, I'm going to cut off all this, remove this, and replace it with steel. I got to the Holy Grail, the glass enclosure. There's 5 pieces of glass. Wall stops here, goes all the way down there. What I'm going to do is, to avoid disturbing this glass, probably save the homeowner some money as well, and myself some work. I'm going to remove this piece here. I'm going to put my support for the I-beam, the H-beam. I'm going to put it here, and the other 5.5 to 6 feet is going to float at the top there. It's sufficient to take whatever weight, that 5 or 6 feet, about 6 feet. So I'm going to float it here, because if I have to move there, then I'm going to have to put concrete. And then I'm going to have to remove the glass and replace it with bricks and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't cater for that. So this part of the job, I kind of left it to see how it goes, you know, just follow the flow. So I have to face it now. And I realized that I just removed the 2 sheets of galvanized that was there. I'm going to replace that once I'm done with it. So I'm going to remove this portion here, and I'm going to cut this 2x4, just about probably 8 inches off of it, and I'm going to plant my support right here, and the rest, as I say, is going to float up top. Day 3. Beautiful weather today. That's the first purlin that we put up. The most difficult task now, here on out, installing the rest of purlins, 1 on each crab. It's okay, that's simple. But it's removing the old galvanized sheeting once the framing is done. That's going to be a challenge. But yeah, It's another day, the third day. It's the end of another day, a beautiful day today. Another drop of rain fell in Port of Spain, but we're good. Some tough work, but we're good. Um, this is unusual, but everything that I do is unusual anyways. As you can see, the galvanized sheeting is still on the roof. I'm not going to move that. We have ordered all the sheeting that we needed. It's going to take a week, about 7 days to get delivered. This week is a sort of a carnival week, so nothing is going to be done. Although it's not a public holiday, but so what I'm doing is I'm framing in the meantime, and so in order that the framing is flexible for when I need to remove the sheeting, all I did was put a 1/2 inch piece of steel, not corrugated, regular 1/2 inch steel, so that, and there's a gap. You notice there's a gap here, so it can either flex down or up, and there is about an inch and a quarter or so gap right here to play with, which is exactly within my margin. And down here, well, you can kind of go a little bit more, maybe 2 inches, 2.5 inches or so, which is kind of outside of what I anticipate. So so it's locked right now. It can't go anywhere. What I'm trying to do, you know, this is the line here. I'm trying to get the center of the origin. It's going all the way down. The challenge is the wind today. It moves. It's moving the line, and I have to wait until it dies down to seam the I-beams. So I did this one. I'm gonna do that one there next, and just keep. I bought all my stuff up, like my chop saw, my 2-ton welding plan, and everything is up here. Cables, everything, and I'm working by myself. So Able Eden, I'm doing it, and I'm gonna get it done. That's it. It's a beautiful day, just windy, but I'm gonna get it done one by one. I'm gonna get this done, and once that is done, I'm gonna start doing the purlins, the Z purlins down all the way down, going down. It's gonna take 27 on this side. We see 9 threes, yeah, 27 on this side, and I think 18 on this side, the shorter side. This is how the frame looks. And remember, I spoke about the difficulty in removing, we already ordered the new sheeting. That's going to come in the next 4 or 5 days. We have brilliant weather. I wish I had them today, but we have brilliant weather. So the sheeting is going to come in 4 days, and I have some work cut out for me still. Plans changed a little bit. The homeowner changed the plans a little bit. She wanted a little more extension, overlap from the wall of the house to where the guttering is. So I'm going to have to add. I haven't worked it out yet, but I average about 6 inches to this, and adjust this crab so I can probably put another row of Z purlin here. I'm not sure how I'm going to work that out yet, but it's not something I had planned for. But it's not a major issue per se. I hate cutting steel, and yeah. So all those there is what I'm going to pull up now and put on the other side. These here, I'm resisting the urge to install these. I may just join them to get the correct length that I need overall from end to end, but I'm not going to screw them down as I would like to, because of the adjustment that I have to make at the bottom here. Right, that adjustment is important. So in order to maneuver, once I put the purlin on top, this is going to become extremely heavy, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna pull up these here that I just placed. These are gonna go over on the other side there, and I'm gonna fill this place up with purlin. So that's the task. It is brilliant. Hot. It is hot. The galvanized sheeting is hot, and the good thing is that there's a nice breeze, nice cool breeze, but it just balances off the heat, I guess. But yeah, we have a beautiful day today, and work continues. So we're making progress. Everything looks good. One or two little complications, but I don't think there's anything I can't work through, and I'll get there. Okay, so I have to get a length of 60 feet from the front of the house, the roof, to the back of the roof down there. Each purlin comes in 20-foot lengths, so it's a little less than 60 feet, so I'm able to overlap about 8 inches or so, and 2 screws go on top. Let's see if I can get a picture of it here. 2 screws go on top. I use my C-clamps to clamp them down so that they're flush and they're flat to make the best contact and best seal as possible. 2 screws on top. You can put 3, but because it's a short span, I use 2, and 2 underneath as well, right here. Right? So I finished. This side is going to take 7 rows. I finished 7 rows up on this end. I'm going to join that 7 down there, and that way I don't have to keep moving back and forth if I was doing it one at a time. Yeah, it's still hot. So this is a kind of a tedious process in joining these things to the length that you need. My measuring tape, my 100-foot measuring tape broke, so I have to use my my carpenter's tape that is only 25 feet long, and it's driving me nuts. But I'm not gonna let it get me down. Yeah. The weather is changing. We have about 3/4 of the shorter end of the roof covered. So we're in the process now of removing all of the old wooden rafters, but some of the gypsum ceiling, the existing gypsum ceiling, is tied to that, like right there. That wire is right there. So I'm removing that support, putting it on the new, suspending it on the new purlins, the new side of the roof, and once that is done, we'll be able to move out the rest of those wooden rafters as well. We did quite a bit, we did quite a bit on this side. The rain is starting to come down a little, well, drizzle a little bit, so I'm going to see about covering that area there, because that's gypsum there. I don't want the drywall, I don't want it to get wet. Doesn't seem like it's going to rain, but there's no need to delay in putting it up, installing it now anyway. So I'm trying to get this half done, and once this half is done, next day for the other half. This is of course the bigger half. That's all our stockpile over there. A lot of stuff, a lot of old stuff. Yeah. So we got a nice gray, I think it's charcoal gray, New Wave sheeting. So I have my line. In order to maintain that perfect straight, you have to have a line, and the line usually, this needs to be adjusted a little bit. We kind of moved it around with work this morning, but it touches on the outside right here, and all of the galvanized sheeting is supposed to make that contact with that line all the way down. And if you notice, this is dead straight, so following the line. And I have my 2-inch hangover down there for the guttering, and so it is. Moving on. That down.